Welcome to this presentation of the Moxa-2-PrintVis Connector, developed by Peter Tiesma of OneVision 365, a PrintVis technology specialist partner with over 20 years of experience in Microsoft Dynamics, 365 Business Central and PrintVis. The Moxa-2-PrintVis connector collects sensor information such as counters or switch states from a Moxa I/O logic device and processes it in PrintVis. It works in Microsoft Cloud or on-premise environments. Here's the flow from Moxa to PrintVis. The Moxa device sends its signals to a Moxa UA server running on a dedicated machine, either on-prem or on an Azure virtual machine. That machine also runs the Moxa UA logger, which forwards messages to Azure IoT Hub. Azure IoT Hub triggers an Azure function that passes the events to a Business Central web service. The Moxa-2-PrintVis Business Central extension writes this data into PrintVis as job costing information. This solution is unidirectional. Information flows from the Moxa device to PrintVis, not the other way around. Only a few components are required on Microsoft Azure, and they are automatically created and configured during the Moxa to PrintVis application setup. Let's jump into a demo of a Moxa device in action. In PrintVis, we'll use the CIM controller with the demo simulator. First, set the IoT Hub device name. This must match the device registered in Azure IoT Hub. PrintVis also has an entity called CIM device, which corresponds to a PrintVis cost center or machine. In this example, it's linked to a sheet-fed press. On the IoT Moxa tab, you'll find settings for the counter channel and a conversion factor. The counter channel is the digital input channel on the Moxa device starting at 0. The conversion factor is 1 for a sheet-fed machine. For rotary equipment, set a factor based on the circumference, so that pulses translate into a length. All signals from the Moxa device are stored by default in an IoT Hub events table. It records device state and digital input changes. This table is automatically cleaned up by a job queue entry. The IoT Moxa status page shows the current status for all linked Moxa devices. You'll see current running speed, whether the device is active, and whether the machine has stopped or is idle. Now, when we start the simulator, the page shows the current information in near real time. When we increase the speed, the values update accordingly in real time. There will be a short delay of a few seconds due to the nature of the pipeline. Data travels through the UA server, IoT Hub, and function before it reaches PrintVis. When we stop the device, you'll see the speed decrease to 0. The machine stopped indicator confirms the state on the status page. Next, on the PrintVis shop floor screen, a production employee opens an electronic job ticket for the job they're working on. Here, the employee starts setup and then starts the machine. The Moxa device begins registering events and sending them to PrintVis to be recorded on this job. On the right side of the shop floor page, you can see the counter and speed information updating in real time. Once setup is complete and the machine moves to full speed, the employee selects the production tile. This closes the setup registration and starts a new registration for production time. Again, the counter and speed continue updating in real time. If an issue occurs, the employee can select one of the waste or error registration tiles. After specifying the particular code, PrintVis stops the current production registration, including the quantities recorded up to that moment, and starts a new registration for the waste or error code. From that point on, all counts are recorded as waste until the issue is resolved. We'll now stop this job for the demo. We can review the registrations in the job costing journal. For the demo, we're posting manually. In real operations, you may choose to post in real time, so results are immediately visible on the PrintVis job for other users. In the journal, you can see the entries created for setup, production, and waste. including the quantities sourced from the Moxa device. When we post the journal, all registrations are written to the job costing for that PrintVis job. Opening the PrintVis job, you'll find all posted hours and quantities on the job costing page. PrintVis also provides a cost center monitor list. Moxa device information is integrated into this standard page to provide a consolidated view of machines and their status. Thank you for watching. Please contact us if you need more information or a quote.